Hi everybody, welcome to Let's Talk Tunnelling. This is an episode that I've thrown in there myself. There's quite a few topics that I just wanted to talk about. So I've used the Let's Talk Tunnelling podcast platform to go into another section called Let's Talk Tunnelling News. The first issue would be this COVID-19 and the coronavirus. I just want to firstly say I hope everyone is safe and well in the tunnelling industry and across the world. My heart goes out to a lot of the people like myself who are in a different country to their origins, and I know for sure it's pretty hard for us thinking about our family back home. But we have to take this seriously, and I know self-isolation is hard for people like myself, where we like to be more hands-on and going to work. So this is definitely a change, but we have to take it seriously, and I just want to hope everyone can get through this the best way they can, but we all need to help. The next topic I'm going to talk about is something that has been on my mind for over 2 years now, and it's only because it's coming up 3 years to my father Jim Adams's memorial. May the 23rd is 2017, but this is the third year. So I have been contacted by the North Connects Tunnel Project in Sydney management. Got a hold of me a few weeks ago and asked me about a memorial plaque being erected at the Wilson Road tunnel site where my father was working and where his accident happened. I was absolutely thrilled that they rang me. Mum's happy that something was going to be put in place, and I was really happy that it was going to be at Wilson Road. I did hear rumours that it was going to be out at the Hornsby's quarry, where they're doing a lot of work out there. But I think the AWU have jumped on this and asked to put it at the Wilson Road site, which, hats off to management, hats off to the AWU and everyone involved in bringing this to fruition. It's only in the planning stages. I did ask to be involved in some sort of planning or design of it. I did mention to them, if they weren't aware, that it is coming up 3 years on May the 23rd. Because of this virus, I think what I had in plan was coming together and having a full-on memorial service, but the way things are, I think that's going to be canned. Hopefully we can do it once this all passes, maybe next year. So what I have been given, though, and I asked for, was a draft copy of what they had in mind. And what they have got in mind, and I'm going to shoot a photo up here, is a draft copy of a park bench. This is a sandstone park bench, and what they've got there is a seating platform on the top, slates, and then an area for a nameplate and plaque. I think it's pretty amazing. When they first said they had a park bench in mind, I just thought it was going to be a normal seat and a bit of a plate saying Jim Adams's bench or Jim Adams's seat. But when they sent me this, I was blown away. So I want to thank everyone involved in those plans and those designs of this amazing memorial for my father. This nameplate that's going on there, I said to North Connects project management that rang me, and I said, what I want on there is something from the tunnelling community. I don't want to come up with something and throw it on there and just do it myself. So what I want to do is send it out there to the tunnelling community, the people that work with my father that knew him, especially at that Wilson Road. If they can come up with something to go on there, well, that will give it a bit more meaning. So if you can come back to me through info.letstalktunneling@gmail.com with some information, that'll be great. Yeah, so what I also wanted to find out was a good location of this park bench on that site. They did tell me there was going to be a grassed area located on the site. I haven't been back to that site for a couple of years. I did get one of the AWU members who's been helping me with this and to get me a photo, which he did. It was still a construction site, so it's a bit hard to tell. But they did send me an aerial shot of a drawing, which I have here. And they have marked a few locations for us to look at. What I was after there was the guys that worked on that site to be able to give me some information that can help of an area. I do remember when I came there a few years back that the water treatment plant was down the side of the acoustic shed coming from Pennant Hills Road. I got one of the boys to look at it over the weekend and he zoomed in on a few spots. But I suppose that's the sort of information I want back as to what they believe is a good location for this park bench that's been designed. So not only the nameplate and some words that people know would be good on that and some ideas, but also the location of where this park bench should go. I'm going to hopefully get there, well, once I get back down to Sydney, have a look myself and give myself a bit of a better idea. The next thing I wanted to talk about or ask is the naming of this tunnel. Now, I'm not too sure how this happens and how these projects or how these tunnel projects, once they get open, how they get their name. I know we named Clem 7 after a politician, I'm pretty sure, or a few other tunnels like the Legacy Ways. Airport Link, well, we knew it as Airport Link when we built it. Lane Cove and the Cross City Tunnel. But what I wanted to ask, and for any ideas about the naming of this tunnel and whether I could almost propose the tunnel being named after my father. We call it the Jim Adams Tunnel. I want to do that because the people that worked on there, my father had some sort of influence in their tunneling career. You know, the leaders on that project, the workers, and even the new starters. And for the new starters that started their careers on that tunnel, knowing that they were part of a massive project, but were influenced by my father. And I think when we move into the future, naming of these tunnels around someone that's been involved in it would make tunnelling so much better. And I think that's something that I'd like to propose. I don't know how I'm going to do it. You know, backing from our tunnelling community, our tunnelling family would be a start. I'm hoping that this will get out and I'll get a phone call from someone high and mighty that either tells me, no, this will never happen, or, you know, you've got something here, maybe we could put it into place. But that means obviously getting this out there, sharing this, talking about it, and hopefully I get a phone call or get message through info.letstalktunneling gmail.com, and yeah, you never know what could happen. The next topic that I want to talk about is, it's a hard one for me. Well, it's pretty easy now, to be honest. It was hard for many years, but it's along the lines of mental health. I just got back from a service down in Melbourne where we lost a tunnelling brother to mental health, I suppose, or problems. So what I wanted to propose and get out there is something that we can look towards or look at that's going to help us. I'm trying to do as much as I can to talk about my problems I had with mental health and the help that I got when I talk in Why Safety Matters. But I think what we need is people, leaders in our industry, guys that are experienced, to be able to talk about it more. Whether it be on Let's Talk Tunnelling or some sort of platform, Toolbox Talks, pre-starts. We talk more openly about how we can prevent the signs, and if you are struggling, the understanding that there is help there. Every project we're on has an EAP program, and understanding that that's actually there to help us. We can't bottle it up to a stage that we do harm ourselves, because the knock-on effect of that is even greater, as I witnessed when I went to Melbourne on Friday. So that's an area that I really want to look into a bit more, and I'm hoping that I can get support from everyone, help on it. I've got quite a few things going on, but if someone wants to contact me, and I don't know how we're going to do it, to be honest. I know there's Mates in Construction, I know there's Are You OK, and there's some massive initiatives that are out there that are quite broad across all industries. But I was thinking when I was flying back from Melbourne on Saturday that tunnelling is very unique. We're a very cliquey mob. I've always said that, and I've always believed it. So whether or not we make a Mates in Tunnelling, I come up with the concept of Tunnellers in Arms, where we can talk to each other. I've had quite a few phone calls, messages, and people come up to me on the project I'm on in Sydney at the moment, asking me or telling me about their issues and problems, and seeking help. I'm not a professional when it comes to giving help. I can only advise on what helped me to get through my losses. I haven't been perfect, to be honest, and far from it. But there is professional help there, and we need to use it. And if you are hesitant about using it, then maybe we should form something ourselves as a collective group, as a tight group, and as a family. I know if we ask at these projects that we're on across the country, even back in New Zealand or anywhere, that if someone that's been there and done it and got through it and is excelling in what they've done purely by getting that help, maybe we should put them on a pedestal and give them a pat on the back, and they can share their experiences and they can share their knowledge with it all. And I think there needs to be room there for them and space for them to be able to do that. But that's another initiative that I've thought of, and I hope we can sort of do something in that area to help each other out. Your thoughts on that? Please let me know. The website. Contact me or get on info.letstalktunneling gmail.com. The third topic and the final one, I won't carry on too much, but is the Let's Talk Tunnelling podcast. Now, I didn't know realistically what I was doing to set it up. I've had help from my wife and XRJV, Carlos Mello and Daniel Jocham, who develop all the material that I put out there. You know, they work tirelessly behind the scenes to get this out to you guys. If you can give me feedback on the material that I'm sending out there, the guys down in Melbourne, the guys from Westgate and Metro, thank you for the feedback over the weekend. It was pretty mind-blowing to know that you guys are listening to Let's Talk Tunnelling at crib times, anytime you're travelling to work. And it even blew me away that one of the boys said that his wife has subscribed or got on there too, and it's fascinating her because, you know, he gets home from work and he's pretty tired. He may switch off. So when he gets asked, you know, how's your day and what are you doing and all that, you know, he struggles. Well, he doesn't struggle. He's had enough. So she's actually subscribed. She listens to Let's Talk Tunnelling, which I thought was awesome. I actually didn't know that would be an area that I'd be able to go into. So thanks for that feedback, man. That was brilliant. What the hell was that, a wombat? Anyway, thanks very much for that. If there's some feedback on Let's Talk Tunnelling, let me know. What I want to do is get more experienced guys in, which I've got lined up. Don't be afraid if you want to come on, share your experiences, share your knowledge, then please contact me. We might have to do it via Skype, so you won't actually be on a screen, so you'll probably be happy with that. But we're going to set that up. If there's any questions that you want to know, and like I said, I'm getting some very experienced guys in that have been in the industry longer than me. So contact me with some questions, just some questions that you want to know about tunnelling. Fire them away and I'll ask these guys that I get on, or these people that I get on. Let's Talk Tunnelling. Finally, like I said, this is going to be another area that I'll go into, and it's Let's Talk Tunnelling News. So if you want to share something and you don't know how, maybe we could look into that area for you at a price, of course. With this COVID, I don't know what I'll be doing for work. All my Let's Talk Tunnelling, all my Why Safety Matters gigs have been cancelled. Haven't been able to get out of Brisbane, so I'm going to struggle there unless I get a gig on the Cross River Rail, but who knows. So yeah, this is where we're going to head with it. So maybe we could set up a platform, look into putting, you know, our tunnelling projects out there as well. So any help, you know, I don't like asking for too much, but if you wanted to come on Let's Talk Tunnelling or get your logo up on Let's Talk Tunnelling, message me as well. We'll look at a package where we can put your information up there, your company, even get you on if you want. You can talk about it in some way, as long as it's involved in tunnelling, or you've been in tunnelling and you've actually gone outside and done something new, so you can still share with us, but you have to have some sort of tunnelling experience. And then, yeah, we could get this up and running and help XRJV develop more, help myself develop more and get more people in. So that's the wrap for Let's Talk Tunnelling News. I'll get this out as soon as I can so we can get things rolling. But yeah, thanks very much for your help. Appreciate all the support. Make sure you subscribe. And I just found this out, that if I get more people subscribed and more people watching Let's Talk Tunnelling YouTube channel, I actually get paid for that too, which will obviously go back into funding more episodes. So please subscribe onto my Let's Talk Tunnelling YouTube channel. Like all my stuff. I'll put it out there on Facebook and I'll put it out there on LinkedIn. So tap away there. Give me the thumbs up. and see how we go. Thanks very much, and thank you for listening.